Hello and welcome back once again to Organic Cardboard. So today what we're going to do is we're finally going to open this big box that I've been hanging on to for about a week since apparently everybody's doing it right now. Everybody's getting this guy in, and obviously if you clicked on this video you know what's coming up. So let's go ahead and get this big behemoth on the table. Looking just at the shipping label, it says it's 38 pounds. Honestly, I can't remember what I even ordered when I kickstarted this thing, but it's a big old box, and we're going to open it up straight from the shipping box. Let's see what we got. I do think that I ordered a little bit of extras with this Frosthaven game. Now this was actually one of the very first things that I kickstarted. So this has been a decent turnaround. It was about it's May 1st, 2020 when this was paid for anyways. So I just got it again about a week, maybe a week and a half ago. And we will see what we got inside here. This box is heavy, very heavy. Okay, what do we get? Okay, so I got one of those extra envelope X reward boxes, so to replace the ones that I never even got to. And one of the things that I'll say about having backed this game is that I did this early on in my board game hobby, and I've only probably gone through maybe 10 scenarios of the original Gloomhaven. So with the knowledge I have now, I don't know if I would have backed it, but I'm still excited to open it and see what we got. So we did get the solo scenarios for Frosthaven, because you got to have everything. And wow, that's a big removable sticker set. If I can back this up a little bit. Yeah, that's a big, that's a thick package for that removable sticker set. So again, probably won't even use it, but couldn't help myself at the time, and I ordered it. So here is the main box. If we can get this guy out. Jeez. I have to tip it. Oh. Okay. So here is the box from within the box. Quantity 1 unit. All right. So this box alone weighs 16.2 kilograms. It's a beast. It's a big one. All right, so let's see what we got here. If you are watching this, this is actually this is the first unboxing video that I have done, so we're just kind of seeing how this goes as we do it. There it is, in all its glory. So one thing that Isaac had sent a message about with these boxes, and he had a massive campaign that he was doing with this. I think this was the largest Kickstarter, largest board game Kickstarter. I'm not sure. One of the largest, if not the largest. I think it was the largest for board games. And he said that any of this little bit of damage that's showing up on these boxes, he's just not going to return it, or he's not going to give you a new box for that. he claims that it's going to cost as much as the original shipping just to ship you an empty box. I don't know if that's really true or not. Probably, I can't imagine that it would cost quite as much as shipping a 38-pound package to you. But I can already see that mine's got a little bit of corner damage right here. But again, if this was the very beginning of my board game career, that might bother me. I'm not too worried about that kind of stuff anymore, though. Let's get this guy out. You gotta birth it. Birth the beast. Okay. Oh man. Gosh, I hope I actually get into some of this. Now, I may be doing a stream with some other friends of mine before too long of us actually trying to get through this campaign. I wish I would have done something like that whenever I had originally tried going through the original Gloomhaven game, but you know, we just I think the only time I ever played that was solo at home, so I just never ended up getting with a good group for Gloomhaven, and by the time I was actually finding people to play with, everybody's kind of already been burnt out on it, or else they've either played through it at that point or they just aren't into that big of a game. So hopefully we'll actually get into this though, and I will definitely let you know when I do. Okay. Oh gosh, come on. It's a coming. It's a coming. We're getting there. Oh. All right. So I'm going to end up pulling all this stuff out here, then I'm probably never going to be able to get it back in the box. Let's see, so we've got the instructions for how to kind of set the game up. Oh, well, here you go. Here's some instructions too to show you how to actually package it back up again. And we've got some nice trays. It's actually pretty nice. We've got a lot of little individual spots in this one. It kind of reminds you of the Jaws of the Lion a little bit, but I mean, you know, it's kind of it's a little flimsy, but it's not bad though for just an insert that comes with the game. These are the kind of games that people all the time are going to end up getting some ridiculous insert that costs as much as the game does, just about, which I did actually do that for Gloomhaven, and it does make the game a lot more enjoyable, but I don't see myself doing that for this one. If anything, I've got a 3D printer now, so I'll just print an insert. So we've got the rule book, pretty thick. Pretty thick rule book. Looks like we've got a little secret envelope here. Looks like there's some kind of like a secret message or something written on the front of it. So that looks ominous or alluring for the future. Man, this scenario book is hefty. I'm not gonna try to spoil anything with this. I just want to kind of show what you will see yourself when you get the box and open it up. I'm not going to go through any of the particular character boxes that you would see later on, but yeah, this just gives you all the instructions for how to set it up. And we've got 2 scenario books, so I'm not sure if they set this up so that you won't see the maps coming out later. or not. I don't know. I know the original Gloomhaven, you had you could get like an app if you wanted to set it up where you didn't have previous knowledge of what the map was going to look like, because on the original one you just open it up and you could immediately see what you were going to be playing through, which a lot of people didn't really enjoy, because when you're actually playing the game, those map pieces aren't on the table until you open a door and then the map shows itself. But when you've got the book right there that's showing it all on the same page, it's kind of hard not to see it. So yeah, it looks like, let's see, it looks like, I don't want to read any of this stuff just yet, but I just want to get a glance and see if it shows anything like that where it has the maps kind of separated out. I think these are just different pieces. Maybe these are like parts of the map that wouldn't originally be, you know, part of the initial map that you would set out. Well, at least they have the map layout kind of minimized up here without anything actually showing. So I guess that's the way that they did it on this one, to kind of prevent you from really knowing what was going to come out in the during that game that you're playing, because it kind of stinks when you know exactly. Well, not you wouldn't. I always, whenever I played it, I would look at it and just kind of glance over it and try not to really like look at that part of the page. It was really difficult not to. At least this one, though, they minimize it, so you might know the general shape of what your map's going to look like, but you won't really know what's gonna come out. Okay, let's not look too far into that. So we got some really nice campaign sheets here. I'm one of those weird people where I never use these things up in a game, because I'm always thinking, well, maybe at some point I'll sell the game, which I hardly ever do. But these are nice, though. It just you can just run this through your printer and copy it, scan it out and copy it and reuse it. And so these are much nicer than the original ones, much more filled out. Okay, so we've got the map itself. Let's spread this guy out. Oh wow, okay. So this map is actually more kind of tall than it is wide. The other one, I think, was oriented like a landscape. This one's vertical, portrait style. But you've got the whole outpost of Frosthaven, so you've got a lot of these different places, it looks like, that can be built. And there's some basic buildings already in the town, so as you go, I imagine you're going to have more locations to be able to do different things. Because here we've got a craftsman, alchemist, logging camp, mining camp. Some of these I would imagine are places that you could actually buy things from, and maybe you can buy other things later on if you open up other buildings as you go. Okay, what do we got here? These are stickers. These are big stickers. What are these? How do these work? Well, these are like the little stickers that you normally use in the game, where you modify your card stats. And then these are the map stickers that we don't want to look at too hard, but they're there. Still trying not to spoil anything too much. I'm not sure where these big stickers are going to go on. They almost look like they're going to add like information to the rule book, but I've not really read much as far as like the different things that are supposed to be in this game. I kind of left the majority of this up to just be a surprise once I actually started playing it. So yeah, so I don't really have much, previous knowledge of what to expect. This looks like some kind of like advent calendar thing. and it looks kind of like you're maybe crafting things, and maybe it shows when you've mixed two things. That's what this looks like. Maybe you mixed a couple things together, and then that's pretty neat because it looks like you're gonna be able to try mixing two things together, and then you're gonna get to see what those two things together make. And I would imagine you're actually gonna probably lose those items when you try to craft them. That's a pretty neat way of doing it. I don't know if I wonder if the removable sticker set has a new one of these, because once these are open, you can't really go back on that either. Okay, we got a whole nother advent calendar style. So this looks like a map for the scenarios that you're going to be going through. So yeah, so once you've gone through scenario 1, then you can go to 2 or 3, and then once you're at 4, you can go a bunch of different ways. So it looks like if you need to get to a certain number, you're going to see the pathway in order to how to get there. So I guess that information will be revealed to you. And there's a bunch of these. I wonder how many of these there are. So there's 3, 4. Wow, there's a lot of scenarios. 5. So it looks like I've got 5 of these. 137 is what the number is that stops on these. So I'd imagine there's 137 scenarios coming out. Oh, wow. And then there is a lot of cardboard right here. Oh, man. Okay. This is the weight of the game. Okay, let's just pull one out at a time. So lots of map pieces, tokens, such. We're going to end up popping those out later. All right, now. So let's see what we got. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want these to pop out yet. I don't feel like getting them everywhere just yet. 7, 8, 9. Gosh, this box is like tall. Like, look at this thing. Like, it's a lot taller than the other one is. So what else? About 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like we've got little. These kind of look like they might be the markers for the turn orders that they did in Jaws of the Lion. They did not have that in the original Gloomhaven. 12, 13, 14, 15. So I hope these aren't like spoiling too much for you. This is stuff that, again, you just kind of have to see as you're opening it. You're like, oh, there's some weird monsters I'm going to fight later, but you don't really know what they are just yet. 18. Oh, there. I know I haven't lost my count yet because I've got the number right there on these pieces of cardboard. So there's 21, 22. We're on 22 pieces of cardboard so far. 23 punch out boards. 24, 25. Oh man. 26 and 27. There's 27 punch out boards. That's a lot. So we're finally down to the base. So these have all the different characters that you can use in the game. I think we start out with, what was it, 6? That's what the original had, was 6 in it. Is there anything? Okay. So as I can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 characters. Wow. I can already see one of my cards is bent right here. That's fun. what are you gonna do? Like, box this big, you just can't help but have a little bit of damage. You got to give them a little leeway. I mean, there's so much content. There's so much content in this box. It's like, you know, you're getting what you paid for one way or another. This looks like a bunch of just the general items that you get. Got some dividers. It's nice. It's always appreciated. So I wonder what. So in the original one, we just had I think we just had just the yellow and white stands for the standard and the champions. This one there's a blue and red, so I'm wondering if there's like some extra levels that you get to. I'm sure you guys probably already know. You're probably screaming at the camera if you're watching this. So those are outposts. Imagine that's like city cards kind of, and then you got the road cards. So yeah, we got road cards, outpost cards, more road cards. Looks like there's icy. Looks like there's like an icy version and a like warm summer version of each of these. So I guess when you're playing it, you've got the two different times of the year that you're playing it at in the game, anyways. I guess it could be two times of the year, you know, different times of the year that you're playing this game if you're actually trying to go through it, because it's going to take you at least a year if you're like staying consistent to finish this game. It's huge. Okay, so we do have something underneath here as well. Oh yeah, of course. Here we have all the different character boxes. We've got the little counters, health and experience trackers. Let's see. These are a little different. They put a little extra flair on these. I think it's funny. I like how they actually put these together for you. Some of those were kind of a pain to put together in the first one. Yeah, the original one, I don't think it had this little chipped up little top on it like this. And then we've got all the different monster cards. They're stat cards anyways. Okay. And we have envelopes. Man, all these envelopes. Phew. So I'd imagine these are probably scenarios that these match up to. Wow, there's a lot of little things that pop up. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, like, one of the reasons why Gloomhaven's gotten to be such a just a huge popular game is there was just so much to it. It's what you would call like a lifestyle game. You're going to be playing that game for. I mean, you could play it. They could have that as your only game if you wanted to, because there was so much. Not only was there so much content, but it was just so many variations and ways that you could play it, and so many secret things. It was really hard to go through every bit of it. Now, I've heard of plenty of people that have actually played through the whole thing, but man, yeah, I'm certainly not getting there anytime soon. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, this looks like buildings. Maybe there's like different levels of the buildings here that we can upgrade to. These might be for the generic scenarios. Oh, what's all this stuff? Okay, so at least this first one's talking about opening one of those envelopes after you complete one of your character's main goals, one of the end game conditions for your character. All right, so I would like to take a look at the original characters if we can. So let's take a look at, so I don't want to do any spoilers, any serious spoilers here. But let's take a look at, I can't keep this thing down. All right, so the Banner Spear, let's take a look at her character. Oh wow, they actually give you little things to hold them in. Oh man, that's a pretty decent figure compared to the originals. Were pretty basic, but that's not bad. That's definitely a little better, a little higher quality for the Banner Spear. Banner Spear. I don't know if you can see that very well in that one. Got the Drifter. Yeah, these are definitely a better overall quality. Oh, look at that! Even on the bottom of it, it's got their little symbol. That's nice. He looks like he's got a big, giant turkey leg that he's riding around with. At least for the symbol. Very cool. The Bone Shaper. My camera's probably going to have to restart here in just a moment because I think I'm about to run out of memory for it. So this is the Bone Shaper. You got a little spooky ghost symbol on the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the Bone Shaper. I grabbed the wrong one. That's the Death Walker. That makes more sense. This is the Bone Shaper. So I guess they just did that little extra holder on the Banner Spear. These other ones don't have that little plastic insert with them. The little skull on the bottom. I have to click on that camera again real quick. And we're back. Okay. So, what's the other? Got the Blink Blade. Says this one's a high complexity character. So that's nice. I don't remember if the original game had the different complexities set up for you to kind of peruse through as you're choosing which one that you're picking. But these ones will say low complexity, medium, high, high. So there's it looks like there's 2 of each. And let's take a look at the Blink Blade. Huh. Looks like he's got a little boogered up. Like some glue on him or something. So yeah, this is one of the Quattrals, but he's, again, it's definitely a better detail than the original one had. It's really not bad. It's a little symbol on the bottom. And the Geminate. Now this is a really cool one, so I don't know if you might have counted these boxes, probably not, but I think we counted 17 characters before, and there's, what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16. So there's 18 boxes for the miniatures in here, but the Gemini has 2, so they're kind of like a twin character. It says that the Gemini is an insect swarm with 2 separate forms that allow for switching between melee and ranged attacks. It looks like a nasty little character. So this is box 1 of 2. And hopefully you can see that. Hopefully there's enough focus on this camera. Now this one, oddly enough, is not all that detailed, not compared to some of the other ones. It's kind of just hiding in a big hood with a bunch of little crazy insect sticky kind of limbs coming out. And I have the other one. So I'm assuming this is the ranged character. He kind of looks like he's holding some kind of weird, I don't know what. It almost looks like he's doing a Kamehameha or something at him. I'd imagine he's blasting something out of some kind of weird tentacles or something out of the front there, out of his hands. This one looks pretty cool though. They both look really neat. They're weird in line with Isaac Childress's imagination of weird different characters. So that's pretty much everything I think we need to see. Only other thing is I might open up, let's open up one of these tuck boxes. I'm not going to go through every one of these tuck boxes. I don't think it's going to be quite as interesting to look at. Let's just see what's in one of them. We've got the little modifier cards. So then they got their little tokens. They have a little, okay, so I guess if you don't want to play with the model, you can actually play with a standee. So that's kind of cool. There's like a little standee on that cardboard. So looks like they've got a little perk sheet here, resources. So I guess you can hang on to resources for that, probably for that, like that little crafting ability that they had. That sheet that we were looking at, the little advent calendar with the crafting section on it. Now we've got little spots to hold resources on your character card. So then we got all the different combat cards, and then the main kind of dashboard card here. And there's like the same little story on the back of it for each one, a different story. It shows their complexity and if they have an elemental affinity. So I guess there's going to be that as well. And then it says retirement, and it says 48.3. So I don't know if there's like a special retirement condition on all these guys. But on the back of this one, it says retirement 48.3, which I'd imagine is somewhere in the book for scenario 48. All right, well, hopefully I'll find some time to actually get through this game and get to see what all this stuff does. It's a lot of really pretty, interesting, neat pieces. Definitely piques your interest to look at. So we'll see if again, I'm hoping to be able to get in on a streaming game of this where we're going to hopefully be able to get through like an entire campaign, but we'll see how it goes. You know how those things can be. Sometimes these are just huge games that you have a hard time getting all the way through, but I'm definitely going to get in some of it at the very least. But I hope you guys enjoyed yet another unboxing video of Frosthaven if you haven't gotten enough of them already. But thanks for sticking around, and I'll be continuing to make similar videos like these in the future. But otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a couple those free clicks on the screen there. It really helps out channels like mine, and I really appreciate it. But otherwise, I hope you guys are all getting your games in now, your Frosthaven games if you've ordered them, and I hope you're enjoying them. So anyways, until next time, have fun, enjoy your games, and take care. See you next time. Bye.